Hello, all. I am Chi Chi, and I'm going to return a book that I am currently reading. I'm barely like a fraction of the way into it, but I've read, I think, the first couple chapters. It's kind of a longer read. I think there's like 300 something pages in there, and I am like, I don't know, I think I was on page like 75 ish, I think. Um, it's a good book. A lot of the information in there is very practical. It makes a lot of sense, but for where I'm at right now in my life, it's not super helpful. And in the past, I would have forced myself to read the whole book because this is the book I'm reading, so I need to finish the book. But I'm at the point to where now, again, it's a good book, but I'm not necessarily getting anything from it. Um, I grew up reading, and I stopped reading when I was about like 20. Um, then I started reading again. I think it was last year where I started like picking up books and going to my library and whatnot. And I've read a couple, like I've read a couple books for fun. I've read a couple self-help books. I'm trying to think of the other books that I read. I think that was it so far. So far, now that I've picked up reading again, it's been like self-help books and fun books. And actually, I just ordered some kid books, like little kid books. Like one of my favorite little kid books was The Little Red Hen, and how she was like asking everybody to help bake her bread. And everybody's like, nah, we don't want to bake the bread. And then at the end, when she has the bread, everybody's like, hey, can I have some bread? And she's like, no, because I literally asked you to help and you didn't. But um, yeah. So, just a random thing about books is I'm going to get some little kid books. I actually have some books that I own currently that are in the realm of like self-help. Definitely a couple pleasure reads. I need to get some more of those. And I haven't cracked those open just yet. And funny enough, because I was going to start reading those once I stopped renting books from the library. And I think I might be in that time just because, like, here we are in the time of that. Because, like I said, the book that I'm reading, very good, very practical. But I feel like where my life is, it's not that helpful, which is a good thing because this is another self-help book. So the things in this book probably would have, like, helped me greatly, like, um, last year, 6 months ago, 8 months ago. But right now, I feel very well in the spot that I'm in, so I don't really need the information in this book. Hence why it is getting returned, hopefully tomorrow. But like, I got some things to do, so maybe it won't be tomorrow. I'll try though. Um, Anywho, I've got like, in fact, I just checked on my book list, and I have 16 books that I want to read, or at least look interesting. And I think what I'm going to do is take a break, honestly, from reading because, well, one, most of the material was very, like, it was good, but it started to get a bit repetitive, especially in certain areas. And again, these are things that, like, I'm finding easier to deal with. So I don't have to, like, deep dive so much into them as much as I was. And two, I just want to give my brain a break from reading. I've had a book in my purse for the last few months. And there's nothing wrong with reading. Reading is great. I plan to get back to it, but personally, I just want to take a break from it. So that is where I am at with reading the books and the books that I want. And I'm trying to just see if there's anything else I want to mention in the realm of reading. Well, knowledge first. Knowledge has been one of the things that I feel like, and this is beyond reading too. Knowledge in general has been very helpful to me. Like when it comes to life in general, like just beyond reading and whatnot, just learning things and being what is that word? I'm just gonna say knowledgeable for lack of a better word in situations I'm dealing with has like been a bridge for me to like to healing, to new helpful ways of doing things, to even perspectives, so yeah, that's something I tend to be curious, um, but not so much so that I get myself into trouble because like, the whole curiosity killed the cat thing. But there's like a little second half that I heard later in laugh, and it was later in laugh, later in life. It was curiosity killed the cat and satisfaction brought her back. So, think there's a little something to that, but I'm just saying that to say that I like to find out stuff. It's helpful to do so. Like, if you're not learning, then, like, what are you doing? And not to say that you need to be learning all the time. Oh gosh, I forget what the phrase is. There's, like, a phrase for, like, just because you say what, or you know what, I can construct it backward. You know how somebody will, if you say something like, a random example that I talk about all the time, weather. So if I say I like sunny weather, and then it's raining, and then I'm with somebody who I said, like, oh, I like sunny weather too, and I'm like, oh, this rainy weather's nice, and they're like, oh, you said that you like sunny weather. What do you mean rainy weather's nice? It's like I forget the phrase, but I'm trying to, like, explain it, like, reconstruct it backward. Maybe you'll get it. But anyway, just because one thing is true does not make another thing, like, not true. So, like, recently I've learned that you can try to, like over-educate yourself in order to not deal with another thing, which made sense to me. So that's what I was trying to say there with the whole, like, knowledge is good, and things like that, but, like, you don't always have to be learning. I just wanted to, like, I wanted to say that as well, because, like, there's going to be times in life where you're not always doing the same thing. There's not just one mode of being, and that's what I am currently dealing with right now. Is I have lived my life in a certain way, and some parts of that have really worked out for me, like 100%. Like, it's good, we're not gonna run around fixing, like, what is it? Yeah, don't fix it if it's not broke. There we go. Yes. So some things in my life are, just A1. They're good. Other things need some fixing. So, yeah, that's just where we're at right now. I've mentioned that too in the last couple of videos. That's what that pause was about just then, because I was thinking about how I've mentioned some things like that in the last couple of videos, and that's okay. I just didn't want to, like, re-go over the point too much. But yeah, that's what I got going on right now, talking about what I'm reading, and what I'm not going to read for a little bit, and just let my brain have some nice playtime. So that's this one, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. See you later.